Hello. So I just realized that I completely forgot to record an intro for this video. So my hair is gonna be different. Also, this video is late because of an impressive episode. I'm going to start being really busy because I'm about to be in a lot of doctor's appointments. So my schedule is gonna be a little bit insane right now. So apologies if my posting schedule gets a little bit haphazard. It's just gonna have to be that way for a little bit. This is mostly a progress video where I'm at with Batman. So far the emblem is attached and I have most of the trim around the emblem. I also worked on the pants quite a bit. I did all of the embroidery on those, and those are pretty much done. You'll see. And I still need to figure out another part of that. Again, you'll see. But I mostly just wanted to, give this a proper hello. So that, hi, I'm alive. I just got backed up. Nope, that's a terrible way to phrase that. I just got blocked? Why is it all a constipation metaphor? I got sidetracked. I got depressed. To get started, I knew I wanted to pin the cutout emblem, essentially applique at this point, onto the stretched suit so that I would have a good idea of where it would fall when it was stretched out. As you can see, this was a bit of a struggle. Pinning this was kind of annoying, but gave me a good idea on where everything would fit going forward. It's kind of funny because obviously animators, can adjust proportions to fit how they want, but when, a real person, sometimes things don't exactly fit exactly the way that they would on the character, but it is what it is. Hand sewing time. So this is actually after I sewed on the emblem and sewing on the trim. For the emblem, I used a combination of elasticated thread and just some red cotton thread that I had laying around. I had initially planned on only using the elasticated thread because I figured, it's an elasticated garment. I should probably use an elasticated thread. But then I didn't really working with it was a bit of a pain, so I switched to just some red cotton thread. And for the trim. That was my first time working with braided trim, so like the ends were fraying, and so it was kind of weird to work with. But I do overall like how it ended up coming out. I think it looks very cool. I'm still working on this. I would say 45% of the way there, but I wanted to get some footage showing you how I put on the braided thread. Essentially, I went in through one of the braids and like made sure to turn it so that it wouldn't unravel and come out through another section, so that like it's turned and tacked in place where it's turned. I can't really tell you what kind of stitch this was because it's not anything complex. I'm just, just getting it on there. For the ears, that was a bit of a struggle because they're very, sharp shapes in very small space, and the trim I'm using is very, very chunky. So I ended up having to redo that twice in order to get it to look how I really wanted it to. But it's coming along. It's not too bad. Once you get into the groove of it, it's actually kind of fun, which is nice. Onto the pants. So for this, I knew that I wanted kind of an up and down zigzag sort of pattern on the pants. And so I drew out a guide on how I wanted it to look. These pants have like a middle seam through the legs, so I used that to base the angles off of, and then drew a straight line down the middle to help that I would have a relatively clean up and down section. For this, I'm just using chalk and a straight edge that I had in order to put down my guides. Pretty easy overall. So far, I have done some stitching across in a zigzag style that I'm pretty happy about. Is it perfect? No, but nothing in life is, so we take what we can get. The stitching goes all the way to the back. Hopefully it's bright enough that that you can see this. Let's see if I can get a little closer. Hey. What I have to do next is, okay, I would show you how it looks with the full thing on, but putting that on sucks, so I'm not gonna. I need to put stripes on these, and I got this, but I don't think, yeah, this is not dramatic enough. So instead, what I'm going to do is use fabric that I have to create stripes and connect them here with the bias tape. Oh, hey, very helpful. Thank you. So connect that there, and then this is the fabric that I'm going to cut the stripes out of, by the way. Technically, these are 2 different shades of red, which I don't love, but that's what happens when you buy things online. So I still need to do that, and I'm thinking about making a belt to connect those 2 out of this as well. I should have more than enough. Like, there's so much of this. My idea for that is to... He hated that. To follow, like, kind of make it kind of chonky. So have it go from my waist all the way around to the back, and then connect the stripes onto that, and then have the bias tape go around. I need to figure out how exactly I'm going to close it, though. So what I'm thinking is taking some of the tape, feeding it through the holes in the net, if it'll fit, and then kind of having it lace up, you know? I could also use black. I have some string which he wants to play with, and then that would tie the black back in the front. That's not a bad idea. I still need to buy the ruff and everything, and we should be good. Of course. Using a lot of string, and he is just so activated right now. Usually sewing, I do sewing because it helps me, you know, keep my hands busy, but also it keeps the darkness at bay because I enjoy doing it. But I had a span of like a week and a half where sewing actively just like did nothing for me, and I could not concentrate on it. I picking up my needles and sewing just was not working. Batman kind of went on the back burner for a little bit, on the back burner. So all I have left of what you're gonna see is to finish up the trim and work on the pants proper. I have gotten some leather fabric, so we're gonna do some interesting things. Be prepared. No, you're fine. Hello. Yeah. You're okay. Okay. Oh yeah? Oh yeah? Alright. Okay. Really?